I believe, this is what I believe, and today I spent some time, today I lost focus. We didn't have MMC today because I forget. I lost focus, I lost track of time today. And they just studying and this area of finance and trying to move to another level and trying to understand some things. And I'm beginning to understand, and I begin to see some new things opening up in my spirit concerning money and wealth. You know what I'm saying? And you see this thing? We learned this in 5th standard, you know. Principle, rate, and time. 5th standard, we learned that. That is the essence of wealth, you know. Time, the rate, the principle is you. The rate is what you add, in the sense of the energies that you put in that is added to your life over time. And the thing about it is that some people are 2%. Some people are 10%. Some people are 100%. And that's why some people's lives going swoosh. And some people's lives going whoosh in the opposite direction. You understand? Because it depends on what you do with your life. You can spend all your time making excuses for yourself. And what's the problem with excuses? It don't work. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't work. The fellow who said, I can't train because it was cold. I can't train because it was hot. I can't train because they had traffic. When the Olympic come, do they say give him 5 feet ahead because he couldn't train? Nobody cares a damn. Nobody wants to know. Whether anybody says, okay, the Afghanistan had war, so give them 3 goals when we start football, so it start off at 3-0. No, nobody cares. You understand? And if we did that and they won, nobody would clap them. You understand? What happens when you are able to function in spite of those things? When, without having the same facilities and the same history, when you're able to understand that you are a child of God, when you're able to understand that God put inside of everyone the capacity to overcome, and you understand overcoming is what you are born to do. You know, being a loser is something you get accustomed to being. You always lose in life. Everything. You're a loser. You always have an excuse. You're always never achieving. You're always in the back of the class. You're always last. You're always at, you understand? Something must happen to you. Your tire must bust. You understand what I'm saying? On your wedding day. You understand? Somebody must pass and splash you in your white dress. You understand? Because, and the thing about it is that, you know, we think we have nothing to do with that. When the Bible explains this, so we know that common scripture, as a man thinketh it is. You know, thinking in your heart means thought plus emotions. So what you spend your energies focusing on. So the person who don't get answered prayer is not somebody who spends time focusing on unanswered prayer. Not so? Because the man thinketh in his heart. A person who gets answered prayer is somebody who spends time focusing on unanswered prayer. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not just God. Sometimes I try to figure out the Russians are not Christians, but they're not doing as bad as the Somalians who are not Christians. What's the difference? The Indians are not doing as bad as the Somalians. What's the difference? You know what I'm saying? It has to do with the fact that you're learning to accept collective responsibility for your destiny. Individualized, then together collectively. So, when we look back at prayer, we said, when we looked at David in his prayer book in the book of Psalm, we said the 2 things that we came out with in Psalm 27 is that he will what? Behold the what? Behold the beauty of God. And the second thing is to do what? Inquire in his temple. Behold the beauty, inquire in his temple.